In a world bustling with activity, there is a silent epidemic that affects millions of elderly individuals every day: loneliness. This epidemic, often overlooked, is as real and as devastating as any physical illness. It's a quiet crisis that creeps up on our loved ones, stealing their joy, their vitality, and in some cases, their will to carry on. The golden years, a time meant for relaxation and enjoyment, can instead become a period of isolation and despair for many. The world they once knew, filled with family, friends, and daily interactions, gradually recedes into the background. It's replaced by long, solitary days, the silence only broken by the ticking of the clock or the hum of the television. This is a reality for countless elderly individuals across the globe. Isolated from the world they once knew, many elderly individuals struggle with feelings of loneliness and disconnection. But what if we could change that? What if we could break the silence and bring joy back into their lives? Imagine a world where our elderly population, those who have given so much to society, no longer have to suffer in silence and solitude. This is the vision of breaking the silence, a movement born out of compassion and a deep understanding of the plight of the elderly. We aim to tackle the debilitating isolation experienced by countless elderly individuals and replace it with warmth, companionship, and a renewed sense of belonging. At the heart of breaking the silence is a mission to foster meaningful connections. We believe that everyone, regardless of age, deserves to feel seen, heard, and valued. Loneliness should not be an inevitable part of growing old. Instead, these golden years should be filled with laughter, shared memories, and the comforting presence of companionship. Our approach is multifaceted, combining community engagement, social support, and an unshakable belief in the inherent worth of every individual. We strive to create nurturing environments where the elderly can thrive, engaging them in activities that stimulate their minds, enliven their spirits, and remind them that they are not alone. To achieve this, we organize a host of activities designed to bring people together, from community events to social gatherings and support programs. These initiatives are not just about providing company for the elderly, but also about celebrating their rich experiences and unique perspectives. Through breaking the silence, we hope to create a ripple effect of positive change. By fostering connections, we not only combat loneliness among the elderly, but also enrich our own lives with their wisdom and resilience. We believe that every smile we bring to an elderly person's face, every moment of companionship we provide, is a step towards a more compassionate world. A world where the silence of loneliness is replaced with the harmonious chatter of shared experiences and mutual understanding. Introducing Breaking the Silence, a movement dedicated to tackling loneliness among the elderly and fostering meaningful connections. Join us as we strive to turn this vision into reality, one connection at a time. We have with us today some individuals who have experienced this loneliness firsthand. As we delve deeper into the silent epidemic of loneliness, it's important to hear from those who live with it every day. Understanding their stories can help us empathize with their experiences and motivate us to take action. Take, for instance, the story of George. A war veteran and retired school teacher, George spent most of his life surrounded by people. However, when his wife passed away and his children moved out of town, his once bustling home turned into a quiet, empty space. The silence, he says, was deafening. You never realize how much you need human interaction until it's gone, George admits. His voice, a soft whisper, of its former vibrancy. It's not just about having someone to talk to, it's about feeling seen, feeling like you matter. Through community engagement, social support, and compassion, we can make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. Loneliness is not a solitary issue. It's a shared human experience that connects us all. And it's this shared experience that fuels our desire to reach out, to engage, to connect. Social interaction is like a balm for the soul. It's the antidote to the loneliness epidemic. It's the light that pierces through the darkness. But how does it work, you may ask? Well, imagine an elderly woman named Mary. She used to be a teacher, shaping young minds and connecting with her students, but since retiring, she's felt isolated, cut off from the world. Then one day, Mary attends a community event. She chats with others, shares a meal, even participates in a group activity. Suddenly, Mary doesn't feel so alone anymore. She feels seen, heard, valued. This is just one example. Across the globe, countless support programs and community events are making similar impacts. They offer book clubs, gardening groups, art classes, all providing opportunities for the elderly to socialize and connect. They combat loneliness with compassion, empathy, and understanding. And the effects, they're transformative. Studies show that social interaction can improve mental and physical health. It can decrease the risk of depression, improve sleep, even boost the immune system. But more than that, it can restore a sense of purpose, of belonging. Now imagine if we could replicate Mary's experience for every lonely elderly individual. Imagine if we could transform the twilight years from a time of isolation to a time of connection. This is the power of social interaction. This is the impact we can make when we reach out, when we engage, when we connect. This is the difference between a world where loneliness prevails and a world where no one feels alone. So let's make this world a reality. Join us in the fight against loneliness. Together we can break the silence and create a world where no one feels alone. We invite you to join us in this noble cause. No act is too small when it comes to breaking the silence that engulfs millions of elderly individuals. The power to change lives is within your grasp. By simply sharing this video, you are contributing to the fight against loneliness, spreading a message of hope and love to those who need it most. Imagine the impact we could create if each person who watches this video reaches out to just one elderly individual in their community. A little conversation, a shared meal, a simple game of cards, or even a walk in the park can light up their day. It's these small gestures that can bring about a wave of change, one that could ripple through communities, cities, and even across the globe. But it doesn't stop there. By getting involved in community initiatives, volunteering, or even starting your own support group, you have the potential to make a profound difference. The possibilities are endless, and the rewards are immeasurable. After all, the joy of making someone else's day brighter is a gift that keeps on giving. Remember, it's not about grand gestures or massive undertakings. It's about reaching out, connecting, and letting them know that they are seen, heard, and valued. It's about understanding that loneliness is not a sentence, but a situation that we can change together. So take up the challenge and become a beacon of hope. Reach out to the elderly in your community, share your experiences, and inspire others to do the same. Let's make this world a little less lonely, one person at a time. Spread the love, share this video, and make a difference today.